Hey guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to my channel. So, today we are gonna see, what if Naruto x Anko x Kurenai x Kushina x Fem Kyuubi, Part 1. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let's start the story. October 10. It's been 7 years since the village of Konoha faced its greatest attack, and remained standing by the nine-tailed fox, who was sealed into a newborn baby, at the cost of the fourth Minato Namikaze. It is a nice sunny day in Konoha where we find Naruto running towards Training Ground 44, also named Forest of Death, to get away from a mob of people who had grabbed anything they could grab, as a weapon from planks of wood to kunai. Stop running, get back here, demon spawn brat. Today we finish what force started, shouts the mob. Naruto just managed to get over the fence that surrounded the forest before the mob got to him, then threw some kind of bomb that contained sneezing powder at the mob, then ran into the forest. It has been a couple of hours since Naruto ran into the Forest of Death, and was starting to get dark, and is raining when he came across a cave, and decided to stay in for the night, so he could see what treasures he might find inside, and stay out of the storm that doesn't show any sign of stopping. A couple hours of exploring the cave, Naruto finds a chest, and decides to open it, and sees that it has a black mask with white, and what might look like a blue marble at the base of the forehead. Look up Xanaku Google. The mask. What is a mask doing in here, shouted Naruto, as he felt something drawing him to him, and so he puts it on before everything went black. Mindscape. When Naruto comes to, he finds himself in what looks like a sewer. How did I get into a sewer, he thought to himself, then goes, and exploring being a 7-year-old, gets the best of him. After a while he comes to a cage with a piece of paper with a kanji for seal. Hello, there's anybody in there, Naruto shouted into the cage, then a pair of red eyes opened, and looked at him. So, my jailer came to visit me, boomed the being behind the bars that kind of sounded kind of feminine, and came into the light revealing the nine-tailed fox. Who are you, and how am I your jailer? Naruto asked with a questionable look. I would like to know, that a second voice came too. Both Naruto and the fox looked to see a wolf-like man all in black with yellow eyes that seemed to glow. Okay, you can introduce yourself after I explained, as you shouldn't be here, said the before turning her attention back to Naruto. Now Naruto, I will explain everything, so please keep quiet, and ask me question when I am done. Getting a nod from Naruto. Now, as to who I am, I'm sad to say that I am the that attacked your village 7 years ago, but not by choice, as I was happy to remain in my second container, as we had become friends. As for the jailer comment, what else would you call it when your fourth sealed me in you? Continued. Okay, that does not explain where we are, Naruto asked. We are in your mindscape or your subconscious, as I am sealed inside you. The explained. Now you have questions, I suppose. Okay, who was your second container, and who made you attack the village? Questioned Naruto. For your first one, my second container was none other than your mother Kushina, and for your second one, I don't know, all I remember is an orange swirl mask with a lone eye, what you humans call the Sharingan, then waking up when you called the explained. Alright, Naruto said, then turned to the wolf-like creature, then asked, what about you? I am Zenaku, a wolf-like demon that was sealed in that cursed mask you put on. The curse is me taking over your body, but it appears that I cannot do it, as it now has been destroyed. Not sure how, thought Xanaku explained. I am the one that destroyed the mask, as I felt it was dangerous to my and Naruto's life, he explained, then turned her attention back to Naruto, then said, now Naruto, go get some sleep. When Naruto disappeared to rest, and Xanaku looked through Naruto's memories. When they were done, they were appalled at what the boy had thought, and still remained strong that someone 3 times his age would have broken down. Xanaku then got an idea, and turned to and said, I need your help. To do what, may I ask? The vixen asked. To temporarily take over the boy, as I might know a place that might keep him safe, and possibly to train him. Xanaku explained his idea. So, they agreed, as she wanted to help the kid. Real world. We see Naruto body start to grow, and change until it looked like Xanaku. As the wolf demon took control of Naruto, he exits the cave, as it had stopped raining, and went to find a river, pond or lake. After about an hour, he found a clear lake, welled up to it, and called a name. Animus, are you there? I really need to talk to you about something, Xanaku called into the lake. After a couple of minutes, a figure appeared on the surface. Look up Animus, as so lazy to describe, and asked, what do you need to talk about, Xanaku? I know I am asking a lot, but can you summon me to the animarium, so we can discuss this with Princess Shayla, as it concerns the boy I now inhabit, Xanaku asked. Animus took some serious thought about what to do before agreeing to what Xanaku had asked, then disappeared. Then Xanaku did. A couple minutes later, when Xanaku appeared in front of Princess Shayla and Kite, Animus human form, he told them what everything from who he now inhabits to how Naruto was treated due to his Jinchuriki status. While this was going on, Kite looked at Naruto's past to see if the wolf demon was lying. Then Princess Shayla and Kite went off to discuss what to do. When they came back, Princess Shayla told Xanaku what was going on, as Kite revered to his original form and went to speak to Hiruzen and learn about the surface. We have decided to let him stay, as he will be saved here, and should he want to train, which you will help with, Princess Shayla told. I agree, and was going to volunteer to help, and the vixen wants to help, as well. Zenaku said relieved, then released his control over Naruto's body. When Princess Shayla saw Naruto she gasped, as she saw just how malnourished Naruto was. You could use his ribs as a xylophone, then decided to be the mother that he needed. Meanwhile back in Konoha Hiruzen was looking for Naruto, as he saw the 7-year-old. As his own grandson he had several members of looking, and was looking thought his ball, but all efforts proved to be useless. He was about to call it a day, and go home, and try again tomorrow, when he heard hello Hiruzen. The old man started to look around, but saw no one, then heard the window. The old man looked at the window, and saw Animus. Okay, all that paperwork is finally getting to me. I hallucinating, Hiruzen thought out loud. You are not hallucinating me, Hiruzen. My name is Animus. We have something or someone to talk about, namely Naruto Uzumaki. Animus told the then said Naruto found a cursed mask that contained Zenaku, who processed him, then took him to Animarium, where he will be staying until comes of age, or when the academy's students his age graduates in 7 years' time. Alright, so what do you plan to do with him in the meantime, and what are you? Hiruzen asked. As I have said, my name is Animus, and I am part of what you humans call summons that have a unique ability of combining. I am the boss of the wild, as well as a semi-immortal princess named Shayla, who is our caretaker, Animus explained. As for Naruto, we plan on teaching him how to fight, how to use the wild, and general living. After some small talk, Animus left, and took 3 scrolls that Hiruzen had asked give Naruto, if he wants to become a ninja of the leaf, as they are the final test: substitution, transformation, and clone. But he gave Animus the cage bunch and without knowing then went home. The next morning, on Animarium, Naruto wake up to see a nice looking stone area with a stone lion, and a fountain, and then from the fountain came an orb of light, then turned into a lady wearing a white dress. When she saw Naruto awake, she smiled, and said morning. But Naruto was nervous due to waking up in an unknown location, and his past, and done the only thing he could think of, and that was run away. When Naruto came to a watering hole, he stopped to calm down, heard rumbling, looked around to see 2 huge creatures, a white tiger, and a black bison. Then Kite showed up, and explained how he got here, what the creature were called, and what he was going to train him with and Zenaku's help. Hey Zenaku, can you hear me? Naruto thought. Yes, came the reply. Just wanted to say thanks for what you have done, and for the training I'm getting. Naruto thanked, then asked Kite when the training begins. Tomorrow, came Kite's answer, as you need to apologize to Princess Shayla for running off like that. Naruto agreed, and went back to find Princess Shayla looking in the fountain humming, then went up to her, and heavenly tapped on her shoulder to get her attention, then said, I am sorry for running from you. Princess Shayla then replied with, it's okay, as you are waking up in a different place, and given you history, I would do the same. Time skip 1 year. It has been 1 year since Naruto started training, and has learned that the is not a normal summons due to there being animal crystals instead of a scroll, and their unique ability. So Animus, Naruto knows Kite after month 1, gave Naruto flute knife with 5 holes, Zenaku flute knife 5 instead of 3. Zenaku plans to give Naruto his crescent blade, which is a large double-sided blade, and teach him all the styles of swordplay, and his signature move, the crescent wave. He also learned how to make proper meals, and, as he kept on getting a powerful slap on the back of the head from the person he came to love, as a mother, Princess Shayla, for misbehaving. We find Naruto waking in an iron grip from the sleeping gorgeous red-haired woman with solid eyes breast next to him, while getting ready for the next 6 years of training with Animus and Zenaku, with the help of the shadow clone that he discovered by accident. Flashback 1 month ago, Naruto finds himself in his mindscape he created for Zenaku and Rika, as he was pulled there so Rika can show him her human form. Hey Rika, why did you bring me here? You upset about something? Asked Naruto. No, nothing like that, just wanted to show you me human form. Then a light just bright enough to cover her body, before the mask shrunk down. When the light faded to reveal the gorgeous red-haired lady with solid E-sized breasts with nice perky rosy nipple, and red trimmed pubic hair, before Naruto fainted, which got a smirk from Rika. When Naruto came to find that Rika was still showing off her plump fur mass, then asked, why don't you have any clothes on, with a face that resembled a tomato? Because I want to make deal with you if you can get me out of here, came Rika's reply. I don't fucking care if I have to become a sex slave to do so, then I will. I will be yours to use, as you want to use my big bouncy breast to pillow, ruin my firm plump ass, and destroying my tight virgin pussy later in life, Rika yelled in fraction. Naruto not know what she had yelled agreed, then ripped the seal off. Then everything went black when Naruto the Shinigami came, as she heard Rika shouted, and told her that she will give all 9 tails of power to Naruto, and help train him, and be his slave, as she won't sever the link. When she is about to leave Rika, asked yet Kushina Uzumaki died 8 years ago. The Shinigami shook her head, and told her that Kushina is still alive. When Naruto woke up in the morning to find laying on him in her birthday suit was more than he was expecting, so he proceeds to wake Rika up to get answers. Hey Rika, wake up and get off me, but she would not wake up, so Naruto decided to poke her side when she started laughing. Stop it, okay, I'm up, she tried to say, but failed. How did you get out of the seal, questioned Naruto. The Shinigami let me out if I keep to my word during my run last night, Rika explained. She also said that I won't have my power turning you into a. So you are going to need to learn Yakai, and will be stronger, and godlike stamina in more ways than one, she said, wiggling her eyebrows. There was something else, she also said that your mother is still alive. Thought she is not sure where though. Shock was written all over Naruto's face with having not one, but two bombshells like that at once. Then made up his mind to find his mother, and ask her why she abandoned him. When Naruto went to his makeshift training ground to learn the Bunshin, he added the wolf's power instead of his own by mistake. When the smoke cleared, he found Zenaku standing there instead of a clone. He then realized that he used the wrong power. Once he was done practice, he went to find Animus. Flashback end. After about 5 minutes of trying to get the naked lady off, he manages to slip from the grip, then goes to find Princess Shayla or Animus. This goes on for 15 minutes before finding both arguing about something. Story of Animarium is, and what it entails. Shayla Animus reasoned. But he is just a child, he does not need to know yet. Can it wait till he is older? Replied Shayla all motherly. Naruto then interrupts by asking, tell me what. Shayla then replies with a grim look, as if she doesn't want to say anything. The history of Animarium is, and what being a champion guardian entails. With the question in mind, he asks, how am I a guardian of Animarium? Animus answers, this time you became a guardian of Animarium when I let you use the animal crystals. Naruto spent a couple of minutes pondering what to do. When he thought of what to do, he turned to Shayla, and said with a serious look, if this is what I need to know, then tell me the history of Animarium. Shayla then looked, and gave a sigh of defeat, then looked at Naruto, and said, okay, then sit down, so I can tell you the history of Animarium, which Naruto does obediently. With Naruto sitting ready, Princess Shayla begins. First you need to know something. You have access to the morphing grid. What is the morphing grid? Naruto interrupts. Animus answers, the morphing grid is a universal energy field which gives power to a group of individuals called the Power Ranger, even if they are an alien, a little kid or an adult. And each team of rangers has a specific link to the morphing grid. When a ranger morphs, they use there to create an entryway, and pass through the grid to gain their powers. Once a ranger morphs, the powers that came with them are instantaneously entered into their cellular makeup. Sweet, so when do I get to morph, said one excited 8-year-old. You don't, Naruto, as you have some of Zenaku's powers. When Merrick wear the mask, Shayla explained, trying not hurt her surrogate son feeling. Losing a little of his excitement, Naruto then asked, what does this morphing thingy have with the history of Animarium? It is mostly related, as we will be telling you the groups of rangers, and their foes, explained Animus. Okay, I got it now, so on the history lesson please, Naruto said in a bored tone. Okay, we start 9,000 years ago. Already know what the 3,000 is for. The next 3,000 is before the shinobi year, and the last 3,000 is from the 2 now, when Animarium was on the surface, and part of a kingdom called Animaria. All was peaceful when one day we were attacked by a race called Orgs, a subclass demon if you like, when the 6 head guards used the power of the crystal daggers to lift this island into the sky to protect it from the Orgs, where I slept for 3,000 years, as told Naruto how the island came to be in the sky. Now on the ranger group, Shayla announced, as she directed Naruto to the fountain to show him, like how Tommy does it in Dino Thunder, just going to do the name they are the, and the villains, as I am only going up to Megaforce. First you have the Mighty Morphin Rangers. The Red Ranger was Jason Lee Scott, then became Rocky DeSantos. The Black Ranger was Zach Taylor, then became Adam Park. The Blue Ranger was Billy Cranston. The Yellow Ranger was Trini Kwan, then became Aisha Campbell. The Pink Ranger was Kimberly Ann Hart, then became Catherine Hellard. The last one is Tommy Oliver, started out as the Green Ranger, then became the White Ranger with Zordon as their mentor. There were the Dinozords, which are the Tyrannosaurus, the Mastodon, the Triceratops, the Saber-toothed Tiger, and Pterodactyl, which they combine to form the Dino Megazord. And you have the Dragonzord. Then you have the Thunderzords, which are of the Lion, the Firebird, the Unicorn, the Griffin, and the Red Dragon, which they combine to form the Thunder Megazord. And then you have the White Tiggerzord. Then you have Ninjazords, which are the ape, the frog, the wolf, the bear, the crane, and the falcon, which they combine to form the Ninja Falconzord. The last set of are Shogun Zords, which are human shape in 5 colors, red, blue, black, yellow, and white, which they combine to form the Shogun Megazord. The villains were Rita Repulsa, Lord Zed, and Rito Revolto armies. Next you have the Zeo Rangers. The Red Zeo Ranger was Tommy Oliver. The Green Zeo Ranger was Adam Park. The Blue Zeo Ranger was Rocky DeSantos. The Yellow Zeo Ranger was Tanya Sloan. The Pink Zeo Ranger was Catherine Hellard. The Gold Ranger was Trey of Triforia, then became Jason Lee Scott with Zordon as their mentor. There were the Zeozords, which are of the Zeozord 1, the Zeozord 2, the Zeozord 3, the Zeozord 4, the Zeozord 5, and the Red Battlezord, which they combine to form the Zeo Mega Battlezord, Pyramedes. And then you have the Super Zeozords, which are the Super Zeozord 1, the Super Zeozord 2, the Super Zeozord 3, the Super Zeozord 4, and the Super Zeozord 5, which they combine to form the Super Zeo Megazord, the Warrior Wheel. The villains were King Mondo, then General Venjik's army. Then you have the Turbo Rangers. The Red Turbo Ranger was Tommy Oliver, then became TJ Johnson. The Blue Turbo Ranger was Justin Stewart. The Green Turbo Ranger was Adam Park, then became Carlos Fallard. The Yellow Turbo Ranger was Tanya Sloan, then became Ashley Hammond. The Pink Turbo Ranger Catherine Hillard, then became Cassie Chan. The Phantom Ranger was Phantom Ranger with Dimitria as their mentor. There were the Turbozord, which are Red Lightning, Mountain Blaster, Desert Thunder, Dune Star, and Wind Chaser, which they combined to form the Turbo Megazord, and the Robo Racer. Then there was the Rescue Zord, which are Lightning Fire Tamer, Siren Blaster, Thunder Loader, Star Racer, Wind Rescue, which they combined to form the Rescue Megazord. And Artillotron, the villains were Divatox Army. After that you have the Space Rangers. The Red Space Ranger was Andros, the Black Space Ranger was Carlos Fallard, the Blue Space Ranger was TJ Johnson, the Yellow Space Ranger was Ashley Hammond, the Pink Space Ranger was Cassie Chan, and the Silver Ranger was Jane. They did not have a mentor. There were the Astro Delta Megazord, which is composed of the Astro Mega Shuttle, the Astro Mega Ship, and the Delta Mega Ship, and the Winged Mega Voyager, which is composed of the Mega Winger Mega Voyager, which is composed of Mega V1, Mega V2, Mega V3, Mega V4, Mega V5. There is the United Alliance of Evil. Then you have the Lost Galaxy Rangers. The Galaxy Red Ranger was Leo Corbett, the Galaxy Green Ranger was Damon Henderson, the Galaxy Blue Ranger was Kai Chen, and the Galaxy Yellow Ranger was Maya. The Galaxy Pink Ranger was Kendricks Morgan, then became Karen, and Magnet Defender was Magnet Defender, then became Meg Corbett. There were the Galactobus Zord, which are the Lion, the Condor, the Gorilla, the Wolf, and the Wildcat, which they combined to form the Galaxy Megazord. And you have the Defender Torzord, which is composed of Torzord and Magnet Defender. They did not have a mentor. Scorpius, and the Turkino Army. Next you the Lightspeed Rangers. The Red Lightspeed Ranger was Carter Grayson, the Blue Lightspeed Ranger was Chad Lee, the Green Lightspeed Ranger was Joel Rawlings, the Yellow Lightspeed Ranger was Kelsey Winslow, the Pink Lightspeed Ranger was Dana Mitchell, and the Titanium Ranger was Ryan Mitchell. There were the Lightspeed Rescue Zord, which are Pyro Rescue 1, Aqua Rescue 2, Aero Rescue 3, Haas Rescue 4, Met Rescue 5, and Max Solarzord, which they combined to form the Lightspeed Solarzord. And then you have the Rail Rescue, which are the Rail Rescue 1, Rail Rescue 2, Rail Rescue 3, Rail Rescue 4, Rail Rescue 5, which they combined to form the Super Train Megazord. And lastly you have the Megazord, which are Megazord 1, Megazord 2, Megazord 3, Megazord 4, Megazord 5, which they combined to form the Omega Megazord with Captain William Mitchell. The Queen Banshura Army. Next you have Time Force Rangers. Third Time Force Ranger was Alex, then became Wesley Collins. The Pink Time Force Ranger was Jen Scotts. The Blue Time Force Ranger was Lucas Kendall. The Yellow Time Force was Katie Walker. The Green Time Force was Trip, and the Quantum Ranger was Eric Myers. They were better known as a Time Flyer, and it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and had 3 Megazord modes. There was Red, Blue, and Jet. Then you had the Time Shadow Megazord, and lastly you had Quantosaurus Rex. They had no mentor. Their villain was Rancic. The next slot of Rangers is the Wild Force. The Red Wild Force Ranger was Cole Evans. The Yellow Wild Force Ranger was Taylor Earhart. The Blue Wild Force Ranger was Max Cooper. The Black Wild Force Ranger was Danny Delgado. The White Wild Force Ranger was Alyssa Enreal. The Lunar Wolf Ranger was Merritt Ballatin. There were Wild Force Megazord, which is composed of Red Lion, Blue Shark, Black Bison, Yellow Eagle, White Tiger. The Predazord, which is composed of Wolf Hammerhead and Alligator. The Isis Megazord, which is composed of Red Falcon, Giraffe, Rhino, Armadillo, Deer, Congazord, which is composed of Gorilla, Yellow Eagle, Polar Bear, Black Bison, and Black Bear. And let's not forget the godlike Animus, which is composed of Black Lion, Blue Condor, Saw Shark, Brown Buffalo, Yellow Jaguar with Princess Shayla as a mentor. Their villain is Master Org. The Ninja Storm Ranger are after. The Red Wind Ranger was Shane Clark. The Blue Wind Ranger was Tori Hansen. The Yellow Wind Ranger Dustin Brooks. The Crimson Thunder Ranger was Hunter Bradley. The Navy Thunder Ranger was Blake Bradley. Green Samurai Ranger was Cameron Watanabe. There are the Storm Megazord, which is composed of the Hawks Ord, the Lions Ord, and the Dolphins Ord. Then you have got Thunder Megazord, which is composed of the Crimson Insecticide, and the Navy Beat Lizard. And you also have Samurai Star Megazord with Sensei Kanoi Watanabe as a mentor. The villain is. Next, we have the Dino Thunder. The Red Dino Ranger was Connor McKnight. The Blue Dino Ranger was Ethan James. The Yellow Dino Ranger was Kier Ford. The Black Dino Ranger Tommy Oliver was the White Dino Ranger Trent Fernandez Mercer. There were the Thundersaurus Megazord, which is composed of the Tyrannosaur, Tricerazord, Pterazord, the Dinostegazord, which is composed of the Dragozord, and the Stegozord, and the Mezzodon Megazord with Tommy Oliver as a mentor. The villain is Mizagog. Then you have the Space Patrol Delta Rangers. The Red SPD Ranger was Jack Landers. The Blue SPD Ranger was Skylar Sky Tate. The Green SPD Ranger was Bridge Carson. The Yellow SPD Ranger was Elizabeth C. Delgado. The Pink SPD Ranger was Sydney Sidrew. The Shadow SPD Ranger was Chief Anubis Doggy Kruger. The Omega SPD. The Ranger was Sam. There were the Delta Squat Megazord, which is compass to the Delta Runner 1, Delta Runner 2, Delta Runner 3, Delta Runner 4, Delta Runner 5, and then you have the Omega Max Megazord, and lastly you have the SWAT, which is compass to the SWAT Flyer 1, SWAT Flyer 2, SWAT Flyer 3, SWAT Flyer 4, SWAT Flyer 5, with Chief Anubis Doggy Krigeras, a mentor. Their enemy was the Turbian Empire. After that you have the Mystic Force Ranger. The red Mystic Ranger was Nick Russell, the yellow Mystic Ranger was Charlie Thorne, the blue Mystic Ranger was Madison Rocca, the pink Mystic Ranger was Vita Rocca, the green Mystic Ranger was Ander Bly, the white Mystic Ranger Yadana, the Solaris Knight was Daggerin, and the Wolf Warrior was Limbo. There were the Titan Megazord, which is compass to the Mystic Phoenix, the Mystic Arita, the Mystic Mermaid, the Mystic Sprite, and the Mystic Minotaur. Also you have the Solar Streak Megazord. And lastly you have the Manticore Megazord, which is compass to the Mystic Firebird, and the Mystic Lion with Yadana as a mentor. Their enemy was the Morlocks. Next you have the Overdrive Rangers. The red Overdrive Ranger was Mac Hartford, the black Overdrive was Will Aston, the Ranger Blue Overdrive Ranger was Dax Lowe, the yellow Overdrive was Ronnie Robinson, the Ranger Pink Overdrive Ranger was Rose Ortiz, and the Mercury Ranger was Tizen. There were the Drive Max Megazord, which is compass to the Dump Driver, the Speed Driver, the Gyro Driver, the Dozer Driver, and the Sub Driver. Also they had the Dual Drive Megazord, which is compass to the Drill Driver, the Shovel Driver, the Cement Driver, the Crane Driver, and the Sonic Streaker. There is also the Flashpoint Megazord, which is compass to Fire Truck Zord, the Rescue Runner 1, and the Rescue Runner 2, and finally you have the Battlefleet Megazord, which is compass to Battlefleet Zord 14, Battlefleet Zord 15, Battlefleet Zord 16, Battlefleet Zord 17, Battlefleet Zord 18 with Andrew Hartford as a mentor. Their enemy is Furious, Molter, Camder, and the Fear Cats. Then you've got the Jungle Fury Rangers. The red Jungle Fury Ranger was Casey Rhodes, the yellow Jungle Fury Ranger was Lily Chilman. The blue Jungle Fury Ranger was Theo Martin, the Jungle Fury Wolf Ranger was Robert James, and the Jungle Fury Rhino Ranger was Dominic Hargan. There were Jungle Pride Megazord, which is compass to the Tiger Animal Spirit, the Cheetah Animal Spirit, and the Jaguar Animal Spirit. Also they have the Jungle Master Megazord, which is compass to the Gorilla Animal Spirit, the Penguin Animal Spirit, and the Antelope Animal Spirit. And lastly, you have the Rhino Pride Megazord with Robert James, Aka RJ. Their enemy was Die Shy, the Overlords, and the Phantom Beasts. Next is the RPM Rangers. Ranger Operator of the Red Series was Scott Turman, of the Blue Series was Flynn McAllister, of the Yellow Series was Summer Lansdowne, of the Green Series was Ziggy Grover, of the Black Series was Dylan, of the Gold Series was Gem, of the Silver Series was Gemma. There were Mach Megazord, which is compass to the Falcon Zord, the Tiger Jet, and the Whale Zord. Then you have the Valve Max Megazord, which is compass to the Tail Spinner, the Wolf Cruiser, and the Croc Carrier, and the High Octane Megazord, which is compass to the Eagle Racer, the Lion Huller, and the Bear Crawl with Dr. K as a mentor. Their enemy was the Vengix Computer Network. Then you have the Samurai Rangers. The red Samurai Ranger was Jaden Shiba and Lauren Shiba. The blue Samurai Ranger was Kevin. The pink Samurai Ranger was Mia Watanabe. The green Samurai Ranger was Mike. The yellow Samurai Ranger was Emily. And the gold Samurai Ranger was Antonio Garcia. There was a Samurai Megazord, which is compass to the Lion Folding Zord, Dragon Folding Zord, the Turtle Folding Zord, the Bear Folding Zord, and the Ape Folding Zord. Then you have Claw Battle Zord, and the Bull Megazord with Jai as a mentor. Their enemy was the Nylok. And lastly the Mega and Super Megaforce. The red Megaforce Super Ranger was Troy Burrows, the pink Megaforce Super was Emma Goodall, the black Megaforce Green Super Megaforce was Jake Hulling, the yellow Megaforce Super was Gia Moran, the blue Megaforce Super was Noah Carver, the silver Super Megaforce was Orion. Then you have Robotic Knight called Robo Knight. There were the Gasei Great Megazord, which is compass to the Gasei Dragon Mechazord, the Gasei Phoenix Mechazord, the Gasei Snake Mechazord, the Gasei Tiger Mechazord, and the Gasei Shark Mechazord. Then they had the Gasei Grand Megazord, which is compass to the Lion Mechazord, and the Knight Brothers Swords. And they had the Legendary Megazord, which is compass to the Super Mega Skyship Zord, the Super Mega Jet Zord, Super Mega Wheeler Zord, the Super Mega Racer Zord, and the Super Mega Sub Zord with Gasei as a mentor. Their enemy was the Warstar. When the show was over, Shayla continued to explain 3,000 years after the last of the Rangers formed the attack, a man called Hagoromo Satsuki, the Yukol Rikidem Senin, fought to protect the world due his noble actions animus health. Then the Rikidem Senin sealed it inside him, and on his deathbed, he created a. When the lesson was over, Naruto turns to Shayla and said with great determination, "I will hold the honor to the people that held the power before me, and uphold their legacy." Then agreed to Animus teaching him all about the wild. Zenaku will teach him all that he knows, and lastly Rika will teach him how to use Yakai. It has been 4 years since Naruto started his intensive training to uphold the legacy of the Rangers, now standing about 4'1" feet. From Zenaku he had learnt and mastered all of his moves and styles, and from the moves and styles from the Wild Force Rangers that he remembered, Naruto can change into Zenaku. From Rika he learned and mastered everything that she could remember from his chakra, including the elemental, and this foxfire to his transformations too, and from his, which is about 6 inches taller with crimson color fur, and has 9 tails with white tips. From Animus learned the 3 laws of the morphing grid, can only tell people with permission, all the combinations, and the mechanic of the lost tech mechanic, real life modern tech, so he can repair the tech that was connected to the morphing grid. Once he was good enough, he repaired a waste communicator. It is the day before his 12th birthday, and he leaves to start his 2 years wandering training, what Goku did in decibels, so Princess Shayla and Animus decided to give him his presents today. Last week they both decided to ask Kami if his clan can be the guardians of the artifacts that was connected to the morphing grid, and she said yes he can. Then that night changed his DNA, so only the Uzumaki can have access to the morphing grid, and gave them a diary with 5 map of the nations to where the artifacts are buried, and drawings of what the artifacts look like for Shayla to give him when he leaves. But what they didn't know was Kami was going to give Naruto an ancient mystic mode. After all the festivities were over, Shayla gave Naruto the diary, and said it's from me, and Animus when Naruto looked inside, and saw the maps, he looked at his mother figure with a confused look, which she saw, and said nothing. After the party came to a close, Naruto went to bed after falling asleep. He found himself in a white hall. After looking around, his gaze fell on the most beautiful woman who had long flowing silver hair that fell just above mid-back. She has what appears to be a pair of GG-sized breasts, and a nice firm round ass. She was wearing an extra tight miniskirt that seemed to barely cover her ass and show it off, and there was no sign of her wearing panties either, and a bikini top that barely covered her nipples and looked like one good stretch, and it would come flying off. When she saw him, she said, "Hello Naruto, I am the goddess known as Kami. You are here because I am going to give you a 3rd transformations like you can do with Zenaku." Then she surprises him by removing the wolf-auric soul from his body. When he gains an astro form, Kami speaks to Zenaku. "Do you want to move on, as you have now earned your right to do just that, by taking Naruto away from the people that hate him, to the beings that hate you to keep him safe, even if you had get on your hands and knees, and that you helped train him." Zenaku took about 5 minutes to think before asking worryingly, "What about Naruto? Will he be able to transform into me without me there?" "No, he can still change without you there," Kami explained. Then Zenaku looked at Naruto and asked, "What do you want me to do, Naruto?" "Personally, I am going to be selfish, as I don't want you to go, as you and Rika were, and still are my first 2 friends I made, and don't want to lose either of you, and without you, I would not have a mother figure that I have no, and for that I will be forever grateful," Naruto said. With a heavy heart goes over to Zenaku a hug. "But I think you should do it, as you have been trapped for well over 9,000 years, and I believe it is time for you to move on, so you can face some of the people you have wronged in the past," as a stray tear run down his face. But the sad look, Zenaku knew he was right. Being sealed for 90 centuries was not a great time, then looked at Kami, and said, "I don't want to leave Naruto, but I need to face a few people of my past, so I will take the offer, and thanks." And with that said he starts to fade. "Now remember Naruto, I will always be with you in your heart," then is completely gone to make amends. After Zenaku was gone, Kami walked up to Naruto and give him a hug, as he will need a shoulder to cry on. Then the dame burst, and Naruto cried on Kami's shoulder. She then said, "Take as much time as you need, as I know you saw Zenaku as a brother." After about an hour of crying, Naruto finally stopped. After he calmed down, he looked at Kami and asked in a sad tone, "What is that transformation you mentioned?" "Oh yes, almost forgot. As to why you are here, I will be giving you something ancient mystic mode, only given to the noblest of mystic warriors." Then brought up 2 suits, both the exact same, except the color one was crimson, and the other was purple. The suits were based on the wolf, given the wolf-like shoulder pads. "Look up Linbo." Before she spoke again, "You can pick one of these armors." Naruto spent a couple of minutes looking over before going with the purple one, then was led somewhere to perform a ritual. Once the ritual was done, Kami tells Naruto, "Right now you can't activate your ancient mystic mode, but you will when you find root core. Then Linbo will teach you all he knows. Now all that is over. You need to wake up now, so this is a see you soon. And don't be afraid of showing the people you truly love, show them." Just before he vanished, she gave him a big kiss on the lips. When Naruto woke up, he found a note from Kami saying, "Did you enjoy the kiss?" which he went bright red, then ripped it up, so that Rika doesn't find it, and then went to say bye to Shayla and Animus. After saying the byes, Shayla gave him all the animal crystals minus Animus, and telling him that his clan are now the guardians of the morphing grid, and all the artifacts that is connected to it, then went to meet up with Rika, so they can leave after promising to check in at least twice a week. "Are you ready to go?" Rika Naruto, as he was a little excited going back to the surface for first time in 5 years. "Hell, yes I am, let's get going," answer an overexcited Vixen. When the two of them they started to head in a random direction after about 1 hour of walking when they faintly heard a battle deciding to investigate when they got there. They saw a tall man with no eyebrows and mouth covered in bandages, and two girls about his age, maybe a year or two older, both with black hair facing two squads of mist, then went to interfere. What is going on here? Naruto asked. We are here to kill for trying to assassinate the 2 years ago, said the leader of Squad 1. The Karaka said, then turned to Yuzu, then asked, why did you try and kill the leader of your village? I tried to kill him because he is killing people who has a bloodline limit, no matter who they are, man, woman, even children, replied. I see now, Naruto mumbled. The looked up to the then asked in a pissed off tone, and you are okay with that? Kill innocent people, just because your cage says so? The second squad leader replied, off cause we need to eliminate all of the impure. Then 5 seconds after felt his right arm missing, then looked to see Naruto a crescent sword turn into his Zenaku form, then killed the all but one, and sent him back to his cage with a message saying he will be coming so if he doesn't stop the war. After the was gone he went to treat the wounded group of 3, and asked, are you two okay? My name is Naruto, points to Rika. That is Rika. What are your names? My name is, and my apprentice is Haku, and her twin Yuzu. Can I ask you a question? Says, not going to get talking much. We can probably guess what you will be asking, and our answer is we will help stop the war that is in your county, Rika explained. Thank you, said a grateful Haku. Once everything was okay, they started to the mist village. While on the way Naruto was looking in his diary, and saw he was close to a mark, and told the group, sorry ladies, but there is something I need to check on. Okay, as you are helping us, we can make the detours, so let's lead the way, Yuzu said, while telling the boy what was going to do. After 5 minutes they came to a cave. They went in, and wandered around for a few hours before finding a chest. After getting a chunk of rust that might have been a lock once upon a time, they found 5 different shapes. 1 pentagon, hexagon, circle, square, and a triangle. Each of the shapes had a different elemental. The pentagon had the fire element, for the hexagon had the water element, for the circle had the element, for the sky element, the square had the wood element, the triangle had the earth, and 5 dicks all with different colors, 1 orange, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 purple, and the last 1 gold, and a black box. There was also a wooden box. After they find metallic looking objects, Naruto then looks into his diary to find that they had found the folding swords, and after sealing them away, Haku asks Naruto, so what is it that we found? Sorry, but it's clan business, so can't you came, Naruto's reply. Hope you can tell us one day, Naruto. Yuzu said. If that happens either of you two won't be walking the next day, Rikasemi joked, craning 2 bright red faces from Haku and Yuzu. After getting out of the cave the group of 4 continued their journey to the mist. Took close to a month, and during that time Naruto and the twins got very close and learned of their history, and they are the last of their clan. When they got to the rebel base, they met up with mate Harem plus the rebel leader to introduce Naruto and Rika too, and to make a battle plan. After the plan was made, and to be executed later that week. Time skip 1 week. Naruto was woken up, and the sun hasn't poked up on the horizon yet. Then went to meet Mei. When he met up, she was getting ready for the all-out battle that was going to happen in the next few hours. Then went to get the troops ready, as by sundown, they would have failed or seceded. Going to skip to the cage battle. When Naruto got to the cage's office he was met with an explosion that sent him outside. When he saw the in his tailed beast mode, he transformed into his Zenaku form. He fared on par, though he was faster, dodging all the range with ease. When the cage noticed this he grabbed his sword, thinking his style was better, but he was wrong, as he was getting cuts and slashes. That was getting Naruto just not as much as he wanted. Then he went into full mode, which was a 3-tailed turtle. Naruto had no other choice, shouted to his allies to get back. When they was out of range, he pulled out 3 crystals, and his dagger fleet. He put the crystals, then said wild descent, then played a tune. And the sidelines all, but Rika thought he has hit his head way too many times. When Haku noticed this asked what is he doing. All Rika said was wait and see. When Naruto finished they heard a loud roar. They looked, and saw a red lion, a green gorilla, and a silver wolf. Then the fight lasted a couple more minutes, with Naruto barely winning, as the last attack the cage done, left him with a hole in his abdomen. The last thing he saw was Rika, Haku, and Yuzu running towards him before going dark. Naruto was asleep for 1 week now, and in that span the twins and Rika finally came to realize they like him more than just a friend, talked with each other, and agreed to share, as they know he would not admit anything if the others got hurt. Mindscape. Naruto found himself in a familiar hall. Looked to find Kami showing her JJ breast, and a pair of skimpy panties. They have been talking, and then Kami asked Naruto a question he was not expecting. Why haven't you made a move on Rika, Haku, or Yuzu, as I know you like them more than a friend? Because I don't want to hurt them for choosing, Naruto replied. Kami then showed him the conversation. They said, they have agreed to share you with all the females you will fall in love with you. Then whispers in his ear, sometime it is okay to be selfish, as I have already claimed you as my lover. Then gives him another big kiss on the lips, but this time added tongue before sending back. When Naruto woke up he was caught in a 3-way hug, then was kissed on the lips by 3 different people, and thus they started being a couple. The twins told Naruto that they will be joining him. Naruto promised to tell Haku and Yuzu everything from his diary to what they found in the cave last month, to what he and Rika are looking for, but after they left the village. After another week Naruto was released from the hospital. Then the village finally had the celebration, as it wouldn't be the same if the hero wasn't there, and this lasted for 3 days. The next day Naruto and his group was about to leave. They met Mei, and she gave him a letter, and told him to give to the leader of the village, that he is going to be a shinobi for. When Naruto looked at the diary he asked me why the closest X was after gaining the way the group headed out. The group had traveled all day. The sun had started to set when it started to pour. Then Haku saw a cave. When they got there all the girls undressed to their bra and panties, which left Naruto a little uneasy. Then went to explore the cave for an hour. Yuzu came back. The latest she was carrying a chest. When they opened it to find 13 coins and 7 belt buckles like devices which Naruto found to be the power coins and morphers. What is so important about those coin belt buckles, Naruto? Yuzu asked Naruto, explaining everything from what they found last month and today to what they are looking for. Time skip 11 months. A lot has happened in the past 11 months, like finding all but one of the morphing grid artifacts and heading there now. Naruto had made a name for himself due to doing a bit of bounty hunting and gained 3 traveling companions, the legendary Tsunade, her pet pig her Taunton, and her apprentice Shizune. The twins had become good metnions due to being trained by Tsunade herself. Rika has changed, as now she is stronger and better than ever, if the 10 wolf tails is any indication for it. Naruto is keeping a secret from her, as he is the one who gave her that power, even if it was indirectly, and remembers it well, as it was 5 months ago. Flashback. Naruto and gang had found Alpha 5 damage. Naruto plans to fix him up when he stops his journey. They had set up camp and gone to sleep when Naruto finds himself in Kami's hall again. They had another chat. Then Naruto asked, "Hey Val, do you mind giving Rika her powers back, as I think she thinks she is dead weight?" Valkyrie replies, "No, but I will give her a new set of powers, but I am going to need to change what type of animal she is into." A wolf then sends him back and gets to work. Then to flashback. A couple days later the group of 7 find the last thing, and find that it going to be tricky sealing it away, as it is a tree with a dragon head, and Naruto enters the head. Then finds himself in a nice room. A couple minutes later the other join him, then a spirit joins them, and says, "I am Linbo, which one of you is Naruto?" Naruto steps forward, "I am here to train you in the styles I know, and in the mystic arts." It has been a year since Naruto started training with Linbo, and was now a certified mystic knight, as he has mastered the spells, and his ancient mystic mode. On the last day Naruto learned the spells to enlarge himself, and he had done something Linbo thought he might not do, and that was befriend Catastros. Tsunade then asked Linbo, "Why was you shocked?" Then Naruto tamed Catastros. Many have tried in vain to tame the mightiest creature of them all, but Catastros is stronger than 100 men, extremely fast, and no one was able to harness his fearsome power. Linbo replied, shocking not only her, but everyone, even Naruto. When Naruto got out of shock he shouted, "All yeah, I am totally awesome," which got a chuckle from all the girls. The next day the group of 7 started heading back to Konoha, but Tsunade realized and said, "Shit, the graduation exam is tomorrow, and it is a 3-day walk, 1/2 tree hopping." With no other choice Naruto then said that a golden diagram appeared on the ground. Then they disappeared and reappeared with the same golden diagram a couple miles away from Konoha. "Nice trick," Yuzu said, feeling a little queasy. Same with the rest of the group, while Naruto had a fox-like grin. After feeling fine Tsunade noticed where they are, looked at Naruto and asked, "How did you do that, as we are about an hour from the village?" A spell like the Shunshin, but a lot more powerful, as you can travel a greater distance, and those space. Naruto replied, then mumbles, "Which reminds me, need to get the Quasar sabers, and the Magnet Blaster. I get them after we have settled in." Then they started walking to Konoha. After an hour they saw the gates got in with a bit of a hassle, due to the 2 hate Naruto, but when they saw that Tsunade was with him, let him though. Then went to see them. When the group got to the office Naruto said, "Hey old man, did you miss me?" Then the next thing he know he was on the floor with 3 big bumps on his head. Then turned to 2 of his girlfriends and Tsunade and said, "What was that for?" Haku replied in a worried tone, "Do you know what he can do to you for calling him that? And we don't want to lose you." Then Tsunade said, "This is my sensei brat. I'll let you call me Bot-chan because I am an Uzumaki." The Hiruzen laughed and said, "It's okay, as I am used to it, and I didn't think he would change after 7 years now." "Then how are you?" Naruto, "Been a long time." "I am good, thanks," replied Naruto. Then asked, "So when do I get my inheritance? And do you know where my mother is?" Then gives the 2 letters, one from Mei, and the other one is from the daemon of the land of Snow, Kuroki Kazuhana, which he offered to help due to they were going in the same way. Flashback. Okay, so we agree to look for the one that is in the snow country. Naruto asks, getting a nod from his 3 girlfriends. Now just need to find a way to get there. While the group was pondering on getting there as cheap as possible, they didn't notice that someone had approached the "Excuse me, I heard you 4 are trying to get to snow country." Izu says, "Yes, we are." "Why do you want to know that?" "Before I tell you, I just want to know if any of you are capable fighters," asked the man. "Yes, we are." "Now tell us what you want," Rika answered. "Okay, my name is Isamu Sandik," the man introduced himself. "Now I that name, you're the manger and the personal assistants for Yuki Fujika's who plays Princess Gale. Naruto interrupts. Exited after he calms down. He asks what you are doing here. I am here looking to hire a group of people to help protect Yuki and be in the movie we are producing. Yuki then asked, do you mind if we talk about this first? Sure, Sama answered. A couple minutes they agreed. After a long and hard journey, they managed to give the throne of Snow to the rightful heir Yuki Fujika's, who is actually Princess Koyuki Kazuhana, who gave him a letter to give to the leader of the village he joins. Then they head on the way to the spot in Naruto's dairy, which was a 2-hour walk, and promise to return after they get what they find, which turn out to be the legendary crown known as the Corona Roar, and met the Sentinel Knight, and got him to agrees to continue to protect the crown, and all the other artifacts, then head back to the castle. Flashback end. After looking at the letters, Hiruzen said, you can have your inheritance now, but regrettably your mother is dead. Are you sure? As I know 2 people who tells me otherwise, replied Naruto. Yes, I am sure, as we couldn't find her body. Before he could say anything else, there was a bright light. When the light died down to reveal Valkyrie. Before anyone can speak, one with a dog mask had a kunai pressed to her throat. Then who are you? Then Valkyrie waved her hand. The Inu mask was outside the window for split second. The next you heard a thump. With another wave, Alda was out the door. And there was 4 new people. This 4 people were friends, but got into a pretty big argument about a certain blonde boy. And they are Enko Mitarashi, Kurenai, Hana Inuzuka, and Yugao Yuzuki. Greetings, I am Kami, but you can call me Valkyrie, greeted Valkyrie. Nice to meet you, Valkyrie. Why are they here? Hana points to her former friends. They're here, as I am telling you, 4 are being very childish. Naruto is one of the last members of the Uzumaki clan, and to rebuild it, he is going to need multiple wives. Val replied, gaining 4 apologetics looks. Then they all made, and then Naruto kissed them in the lips, and 4 joined Naruto's harem. Finally, 1 less headache. So are there any other reasons you are her, Valkyrie? Asked Hiruzen. Oh yes, just came to let Khan where his mother is. She is in a coma in an underground facility run by the Ryukyu band. Hiruzen replied. Val then uses the crystal ball to show the location. You lot minus Tsunade and Shizune go and retrieve her, and I will wake her up, and I will let Tsunade, Shizune, and Hiruzen all of Khan's abilities, as he gave Tsunade and Shizune brief. It was a few hours later when the returns were all battered and bruised with some minor cuts, but not worth healing, then proceeded to wake up Kushina. After she was done, she went back to her home, but not before giving her beloved a big kiss. 30 minutes had gone by before Kushina came to and asked what happened, then was told what had happened in the past 14 years. She broke down crying, and Naruto consulted her, saying that it wasn't her fault. Hiruzen addressed Naruto, Haku, and Yuzu. Okay, you 3 be at the academy for 8 in the morning for the exam. They nodded, then headed home, then turned to Kushina. Now Kushina, you need all about Naruto's new abilities. Then told her every that Valkyrie had told him, and she was proud, and decided if she can't be his mother, that she would be his friend. Then went home. The next morning Kushina went to wake up everyone up, only to find the girls with Naruto. After waking everyone up, they had breakfast, then went to the academy, and Kushina went to speak to them. When they got to the academy, they headed to the room they were told to be in. When they knocked on the door, they heard someone come in. When they entered, Naruto asked the man with the scar over his nose, "Are you Iruka Yumino?" Gaining a nod, he handed a note. After reading the note, Iruka addressed the class. "Alright class, we have 3 students taking the exam. Well, how come they can just do that when it should be me?" An elite shouted, a black-headed boy. "Now Sasuke, they're here because they recommended them. Then Sasuke should be a ninja by now, as he is the best here," shouted a pink-headed banshee. "Halisukun is the best anyway. My name is Haku, and this is my twin sister Yuzu, and we are the last of the clan," said Haku, and a hi from Yuzu. After that, Naruto introduced himself. "Your name's Naruto. Okay, now that you 3 can sit instructed," then handed out the test. "Now you all have you test. You all have 1 hour to complete. You test." 35 minutes later looked and saw Naruto, Haku, and Yuzu playing Old Maiden, and said, "What do you 3 think you are doing?" Naruto replied with a foxy grin, "We don't think we know what we are doing, and we are playing Old Maiden. You are meant to be doing a test," says with an irritated tone. "But we had finished it 5 minutes ago," Yuzu said. "Okay, give me your test, then go and wait outside," instructed. "Okay, class time is up. We'll do the taijutsu while I mark the papers. Going to skip rest of the exam, but we'll let you know that." Naruto kicks Sasuke ass. "Okay, class time to announce the top shinobi, and Kunoichi are announced. The shinobi is Naruto, and we have a tie for Kunoichi. They are the twin. What, that shinobi title should be mine, as I am an elite," Sasuke protested. "Yes, Sasuke-kun should be on top shinobi, as he must have cheated, and I should be top Kunoichi," screeched a pink hollow monkey. "Enough, Naruto got the title fair and square. Now come back in 3 days for your team placements," announced. When Naruto got the yard, "Hey dope, I demand you fight me," Sasuke demanded. "And if I don't want to," came Naruto's reply, then walked away. Sasuke, not liking what just happened, done a set of hand fire style great fireball, and shot it at Naruto, summons his crescent blade, and slashes the fireball in half, then sent a very weak crescent wave at him, which hits him square in the chest, which lurches him though the wall, and Naruto and the twins ignores the hollow monkey, and walks home, as Naruto wants to repair Alpha 5, then circuit, and find a good spot to summon Root Core. After Naruto gets home, he sees, and says to Anko, "Hey, we are home, and I'm going into the garden." When Naruto, after an hour, Naruto finds the perfect spot to summon Root Core. After 5 minutes, Root Core sprouts up, and when the dragon eyes started to glow, he knows that it was okay to enter. He went and asked his girlfriends if any of them wanted to help. All 7 wanted to help, But just before they left there was a knock at the door, and it was in telling him that he was summoned to a council for an attack. When he got there accompanied by Yuzu and Haku, he brought out the dragon folding and sent him to get the. Then he had entered the hall and saw only the civilian council. Do you know why you are here? Uzumaki sneered, an overweight council member. I'm drawing a blank as to why you called me here, Naruto replied. You're here because you mercilessly attacked and stole from the last Uchiha, a pink-haired woman said. That I did attack him, it wasn't merciless, it was self-defense. As for the stealing, yet again drawing a blank, he replies. Then looks at Haku. You were with me all day, did I take anything that beside my stuff? Haku and Yuzu looked in deep in thought, then shook their heads. Before anyone the door opened, and the Shinobi Council. He asks what is going on here. How could this boy attacked and steal from the Uchiha clan, said mid-age. Oh, and what did Naruto steal my clan? Mikoto asked. He took a black sword to curve, the pink-haired woman replied. Oh, you mean my crescent sword? Naruto realized, then summons the crescent blade. That is the sword that this brat steal, give it back, the pink-haired woman. Mikoto looks at Naruto and asks Naruto, do you mind if I look at that sword? Sure, came his reply, and hand the blade over. This sword is not from my clan, Mikoto said after looking at it. Then he needs to hand it over to Sasuke so he can use it, demanded the pink-haired woman. I can tell you that is never going to happen. If you try, you will not like the outcome, Naruto said, not meaning to make the sweat. Are you threatening us, boy? Said the overweight council member. What do you think, Naruto, before turning to the and asked how we get the weekly meeting on the way. You're right, as we are all here, let's start the weekly council meeting, Hiruzen said. Then the meeting went on for 2 hours, with Naruto participating. Now on to the last item, the Snow County and the Mist Village want to form an alliance with us through marriage. That is perfect, let nominate Sasuke Uchiha for both marriages, said the old council member. Sorry, but both have already selected the bridegroom for the alliance, Hiruzen said in a fake apologetic voice. Then who did they choose to be married to? Kame replied. That is none of your business, the replied. Okay, is it true that the girls have a bloodline limit? Asked a random council member, which made Naruto irritated because of the tone he had used. Yes, we do, it is the ice, Haku said. Then asks with narrowed eyes why. How would you feel marrying someone of great importance? Asks the pink-head council member. Not liking where it was going, Yuzu says sorry, but we are not interested unless it is Naruto-kun. How about someone who is better, someone like the Sasuke? Asks the pink-head council member. No way in hell, not in a million years, says Haku, then walks out as the meeting was over. It was the day after the meeting, and we find Naruto in root core with all 7 of his girlfriends, sorting out the morphers, weapons. Naruto kept the dragon dagger and the artifacts into the order they were used. After they were done with each set, model figures of each of them would appear on a platform. When all is done, Naruto summoned Alpha 5 and 6 Circuit and Robotic Interactive K9 Rick for short cause. He will be repairing them later after lunch. So, what will you lot be doing while I'm on duty? Asked Yugao. Got to see about the team placement in a bit, then not really sure, replied Kurenai. Work at T&I this afternoon, answering Ko. At duty, Hana replied. Something I need to do, so going to leave in a bit, then work on Rick. Oh, and what is so important that you will leave us alone? Kurenai asks. I need to head to Miranoi to pick up a few things, Naruto replied. Never heard of a village or county called Miranoi before, Yugao said before asking where is it. The other side of the cosmos, why? Naruto said without care. What was heard all over the village by 7 different people. Do you mind if we tag along? Yuzu asks with the other girls, and by Kushina, Tsunade, and Shizune, who just joined them, agreeing. Sure, I don't mind making it into a day trip, but you need to see if it is okay first. And after Kurenai's meeting, Naruto says both Hana and got the okay. Now they are heading to the office for Kurenai's meeting. Then after asked if they could borrow Yugao. When Asuma saw Kurenai, he tried to get her to be his girlfriend again. After 3 times of him cheating, she was resistant getting back, and it was beginning to get annoying. Fuck off, Naruto said. Can't you see she doesn't want to be with you after what you did to her the last 3 times? Stay out of this, pipspeak. Can't you see the grown-up are having a conversation? Sneered, not liking being told what to do by a 14-year-old. There's another groan. Where's he or she? Naruto joke burning. Alright, now everyone is here, let's get the team meeting underway. Shall we? Hiruzen interrupted before Naruto heard his son. Due to him being in the bingo book with the huge reward with a few comments like flee for your life, pry, he is not you, he is coming after, and his favorite one, don't be stupid, and Naruto leaves, he doesn't belong there. After the meeting they got permission to go to Miranoi. Then before anyone could say anything, Naruto said that everyone including the found themselves in a deep jungle. Can you warn us next time you do that? Rika shouted. Where are we, my boy? Hiruzen asks Naruto. Miranoi was all Naruto replied. Stay close, don't know what trouble there is now. Where are they? Naruto said while looking around when there was earthquakes. But they seemed of, as there was a rhythm to the like they were footstep. Then the of-world group saw a giant yellow wolf everyone, but Naruto was amazed. Then they felt a gust of wind come from behind them. They turn around and see a red lion, then started to walk away with Naruto following, as it seems it wanted to be followed. And the giant lion took the group to the Quasar sabers, and the trans daggers, also the Magna Blaster. What are they? Hana asked Naruto. They are too big to be a summons. You are half right, they are not your normal summon, they belong to the morphing grid, and they are called the Galactobus, Naruto replied. And you have a lion, a wolf, a gorilla, wildcat, a condor, a rhino, a phoenix, a shark, and a toro. I know the toro is not a Galactobus, but my fanfic, my rules. Then Naruto sealed the blaster sabers and daggers, then turned to the group and asked if they wanted to explore. They said yes, and explored for a couple of hours. hours they went back home. After securing the sabers, trans daggers, and magna blaster and root core, they went to bed the next day and not much happened apart from Naruto fixing Rick and Circuit. It was the day of the team placements. Naruto, Haku, and Yuzu just in time was reading the team placement, as canon. However, there will be 2 additional members for Team 7, and they are Haku and Yuzu with, as a secondary sensei. Now wait here for your sensei. It has been 3 hours since Kurenai picked up their students, and Team 7 are waiting for Kakashi, as couldn't pick them up, as he is the secondary, and Kakashi being primary, and Naruto was working on Circuit, as he was much more portable with Haku and Yuzu help. Sasuke woke up and said, "Hey dope, what are you doing?" "I is doing something," replied Naruto, still concentrated on Circuit, and managed to get him up and running. "Hey, tell Sasuke-kun what you are doing now," screeched the pink-haired banshee. "Okay, we'll talk, just so you know I am not telling just cause you say, so I am doing it because I don't want to lose my girlfriends," hearing Naruto said with his pinky finger in his ear. But the door opened before he explained to reveal the silver-haired man with his headband over his right eye, then said, "Meet me on the roof," then disappeared via Shunshin. Naruto then sealed Circuit, then said to take him and both girls to the roof, only to see both senseis already there. 5 minutes later, Sasuke and Sakura came through the door. "Okay, now that we are all here, let's introduce ourselves, like our name, like dislike, and our goals for later in life," said the silver-haired man. "Why don't you show us how it is done?" Sakura asked. "My name is Kakashi. My likes you're too young to know, don't have many dislikes, and can't think if I have a goal," Kakashi said. Now it is Anko's turn. "My name is, my like are my friends, my boyfriend Dango, and my job at T&I. My dislikes are perverts, except for one boy, and rapist. My goal is to kill my former sensei," says. "Okay, now you pinky," Kakashi instructed. "My name is Sakura. I like looks at Sasuke, and squalled my dislike are you no pig, and Naruto Baka. My dream is looks at Sasuke with a far of look," Sakura says. "Okay, now you pretty," Kakashi said. "My name is Sasuke. I have a few likes, even fewer dislikes. My goal now, my ambition is to kill someone," Sasuke said. "Lani now you," Kakashi said. "My name is Naruto. My likes are my girlfriends, my summons. My dislikes are arrogant people, and my goal is not sure," Naruto replied. "My name is Haku. My likes are my sisters, my boyfriend. My dislikes are perverts, except for one boy. My goal is to be a metin," Haku said. "My name is Yuzu Haku. My likes are my sisters, my boyfriend. My dislikes are perverts, except for one boy. My goal is to be a metin," Yuzu says. "Okay, now meet us at training ground 7 at 7 tomorrow morning for the real test," Kakashi told the team. "What, I thought we were Genin," Sakura said. Haku looked at Sakura and said, "Are you stupid? That test was to weed out the one-ups ninjas from the true ninjas. Then the blonde should not be here." Then Sasuke said, "If I shouldn't be here, then you don't deserve to be here," Naruto retorted. "Enough, and I suggest you don't eat anything because you will just throw it up," Kakashi told the team. When Naruto got home, he went to record to finish fixing Circuit. 10 minutes. The mechanical owl started to twitch, the eyes opened, and said a little worried, "Where am I, Naruto?" Then walked around to talk to the owl. "Hello, my name is Naruto. It is nice to meet you," Naruto greeted. "Hello Naruto, I am Circuit. Do you mind telling me what is going on here?" Circuit asked. "You are in a village called Konoha, and you have been shut down, give or take 5,000 years, Naruto explained. "Oh, okay, thanks for letting me know," Circuit said with what appeared to be a sad tone. "Hey, are you okay?" Naruto asked. "Yeah, just a lot to take in that the group that I was a part of is dead now," replied Mechanical Owl. An hour has passed since Circuit was brought back online, and Naruto had brought it all systems, and now Circuit was at 100%, and now Naruto was working on Alpha 5, with a now happy Circuit, as he now has a place he can call home. The next morning, Naruto, Haku, and Yuzu woke up at 6:30, had breakfast, and went to the training ground at 8:30. It took them half an hour to get to TG7. "The 3 are late, Kakashi-sensei told us to be here for 7, Sakura screeched. "No, we're early, as Prime-sensei is not yet," Yuzu counted. It took another hour before Kakashi showed up, and said, "Okay, now you lot, you are to get one of these bells holding 4 bells, and you pass. And there is a reason why there is 2 less, that the 2 who hasn't get one, will be tied up to one of the poles, and will be forced to watch the rest eat lunch. Oh, you have until lunchtime to get one, and come at me with the intent to kill," Kakashi explained, and start. Almost instantly Sasuke and Sakura disappeared into the wood, leaving Naruto and his 2 girlfriends alone, as they have already knew that this was a diversion. The real test was teamwork, and Naruto brought out a deck of cards, and said, "You want to join in?" When Kakashi saw them still there playing cards with, he asked, "Why aren't you hiding like the other 2? "Because we are not as stupid as those 2, Haku said. "Yeah, we know that your test is a diversion, the real test is teamwork," Yuzu explained. "Also Naruto can fight, and kill you if he does what you told us to do." "Sure, he can," Kakashi said, a bit skeptical. "Well, he can go toe-to-toe with S-rank shinobi, and Kunoichi when he was a bounty hunter," said Haku. Still a bit skeptical, Kakashi asked, "He was a bounty hunter?" Yuzu then replied, "Yes, me Haku, and Rika had been with him from the start. He also done a couple of security jobs. Don't believe us, face the 2 morons the Naruto will face you with." That said, the skeptical Kakashi wanted to see if they were telling the truth, so he went to see how good the other 2 were, so he can copy the blonde move and give to Sasuke. This part is canon. 90 minutes had gone by when Kakashi showed up, and he put the bells in his leg pouch, so that Naruto could not get them, and saw Naruto working on something, and talking with a blue owl. and the girls was still playing cards. As he got closer, he heard Naruto said, "So how are your systems, Alpha?" "They're good, thanks." Naruto said the thing. "Hey Naruto, can we see the leader? I want to ask him something." Naruto replied, "Sure Alpha, but we are in the middle of a test so we can go after, so either your circuit remind me, okay?" And Alpha and Circuit replied, "Okay sure." Naruto then noticed Kakashi and asks, "How long have you been there?" Kakashi replied, "A couple of minutes." "So ready for an ass whooping of your life," Naruto said with confidence. Kakashi went through a series of hand seal, then said fire style fireball. Naruto summoned his crescent blade, then said crescent blade crescent wave vertical cutting through the fireball, then said, "Is it the best you got?" "Not even close," Kakashi replied, then thought, "If I can't beat him maybe he can burn his air." Went through another set of hand signs, then said earth style earth dome, and a dome made of earth formed around Naruto. Thinking Naruto was trapped, Kakashi smirked, which quickly vanished when Naruto just walked through the wall, as if it wasn't even there. Then throw a smoke bomb at Kakashi. It thought it was a normal bomb, and dodged it when the area was covered with smoke. Naruto used his psychometry power to sense where Kakashi was, to use his super speed, and quickly got the bells without Kakashi knowing. After that was over, he gave Kakashi a powerful kick in the stomach, and sent him to a couple of trees. After the test was over, we find Sasuke, and Sakura was tied up on the wooden poles. "Why is my Sasuke-kun tied up when he has one of the bells?" Kakashi. Sakura shouted. "Shut up you stupid monkey," Naruto said in an annoyed tone. "You failed to get the bell," Kakashi said, but was cut off when he heard the bell chime, and saw Naruto with all 3 bells. "When and how did you get them? You must have cheated." Naruto replied, "I did not cheat, I got them when I throw the smoke bomb. As for how, that is a secret that I do not plan to share." Sasuke was annoyed that he blonde had out him in the test yesterday. Now he was pissed, and he know that, as long as his mother was still around, he will now be able to get Naruto to give him his power, and he wanted the bloodline to make the next Uchiha-gen even more powerful. Sakura was angry at the twins, as they seemed to be getting more of Sasuke attention. Kakashi was annoyed that he couldn't get any of the blonde's techniques, then in a fake tone said, "Who will you give the over 2 bells to?" Naruto. "Simple, give 2 to the 2 morons that are tied up, then give the last one back to you." As this test was all about teamwork, Mihaku and Yuzu are an excellent team, already came Naruto's answer. "And if Naruto doesn't pass, then me and Haku don't pass, as we always stick together, and Naruto know that that is way." He gave the last bell back. Yuzu said, "Okay, you pass, you 5 are now Team 7," said before Kakashi could say anything. Thanks for watching my video. Leave a like if you enjoyed my video, and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. See you next time. Till then, sayonara.